Starting the stream. Good evening, Twitch chat. To whoever is there, and who might be still watching this VOD, I congratulate you all for at least tuning in to this scuffed streamer, doing the role quests, and as you can see, we are no longer a Dragoon, a Dark Knight, or Samurai. No, my friends, far from it. We've got a role quest today, and we are rocking the Black Mage. Now, hopefully this time we can actually get something done, as the VOD yesterday was removed for obvious reasons. Our melee DPS quest did not go quite as well, but I'm hoping it's a lot better. Neighbors are calm, no power outages today. It's all right with the world. And yes, I have picked up the Black Mage, as we have I'm ready to face our role quest and take down a Cardinal Virtue. Ain't that right, Serig? He doesn't say much, but we'll take what we have to do. So, what do you know so far about the Cardinal Virtues? 1. All of them used to be normal people who eventually at one point became Warriors of Light. Start from humble beginnings, of course. We have a good example, Rendere, the archer turned hunter. Second of all, there actually was a 6th member of the Warriors of Light here, who, for reasons we do not know yet, has faded from obscurity. And 3, they are trapped endlessly by their visions of the past, and as such, our echo lets us relive their battles, relive their memories as well. And I've leveled up to level 79, because hopefully, once this role quest is done, we are ready to reach level 80, and as well, face the Cardinal Virtue for the melee DPS, for the magical DPS, being of course, Nilebert. Let me guess. You're standing in front of Serig, Bounty Hunter, non-parallel, because you've got a mind to aid me in felling the dread Phronesis. Do I have the right of it, or do I have the right of it? What's? Ah, if I didn't know better, I would have sworn you just suggested you're unfamiliar with Phronesis. But, that couldn't be. No sinner worth his salt could be so ignorant. Allow me, to explain. Phronesis isn't your run-of-the-mill sin-eater. He was the nastiest the realm has ever seen. Formed from the remains of one of those goddamn Warriors of Light. There are 4 of them, all told. Crawled up from the bowels of the deepest hell after being buried for nigh on a century. Tales are true, people have come to call them Cardinal Virtues. Before he was transformed into a sin-eater, Phronesis was none other than Archmagus Nilebert, whose baleful magics were feared the realm over. Though it's only a few short years since he showed up in Amareng, he's already preyed on far too many innocents with his foul sorcery. Not keen on seeing their trade routes disrupted, the local merchants have placed a healthy bounty on his head. Of course, I'd like nothing more than to fell the fiend single-handed and claim the entire bounty for myself. Unfortunately, circumstances have dictated that I recruit a companion. That's where you come in. Provided you can provide proof to me that you possess the rather, specialized set of skills I require, I promise I'll make it worth your while. Not a bad offer, wouldn't you say? If you fancy yourself up to the task, come find me in Amareng. I mean to set off for there shortly. Alright. To Amareng we go. Speak of Serig at the Red Serai. I think the best way to do that would be to get to the Immoral Landing and get to the Red Serai there. So, Immoral Launch. And if I'm correct, it should be here. Is it you? Yes. Amaro, hire an Amaro Porter to... I think we get to Fort Yob. Actually, wait, no. How would one get to Fort to Red Sarai? There should be a porter there, right? Yes. Is there an airship, actually? There should be an airship. Is it you? Ah, yes, Amarang, yes. Travel to Amarang. Back to the Hills of Amber. Red Sarai. So you came. It's good to see someone who isn't all talk. As fortune would have it, another Sin Eater, a far less imposing specimen, and Phronesis, of course, has been sighted out to the west of here. Prove to me you have the skill to back up your words. We'll talk further. Alright. Can do. Hello, you. There he is, forgiven cowardice. Rotation is slightly long, but I can do it. That. There we go. Ah, good show, friend. I wasn't sure what to expect from you, but seeing you in the battle has left me with little doubt. Seems I found myself a formidable ally. And now extend the offer in earnest. Help me hunt down Phronesis, and we'll split the bounty down the middle. What do you say? Ah, that's the spirit. Now, there's more you should know before we proceed. Come to Morksuk, my base of operations, and I'll fill you in the details. Alright. Straight into the thick of it. I like this man already. Welcome to Morksuk, friend. As you can see, it's a bustling trading post frequented by merchants from across the realm. At least it was before Phronesis showed up and started preying on missing travelers. Hence the bounty, you see. The lucrative reward was attracted the attention of one capable bounty hunter after the next, yet the fiend still roams free. You can probably imagine why. Those few who have seen Phronesis and return to tell the tale speak of the great horrors they witness. Cavernous black holes materializing out of thin air, swallowing everything around them into the abyss. People have taken to calling them the Hollows. Rumor has it that one barely has to lay eyes on Phronesis before he summons forth the Hollows, which proceed to consume everything in sight. And I do mean everything. Just today, the entire caravan was devoured by the Hollows, leaving nothingness behind. Mages have postulated that these holes are literally tears in the fabric of reality, gateways to other worlds, to put another way. At any rate, suffice to say, the next man to come back from the void will be the first. And yet there's something odd about this. Witnesses say Phronesis doesn't seem to go out his way to prey on people or sentiments. He simply shambles across the waste, summoning hollows one after the next, and his destruction follows as a matter of course. Needless to say, drawing too near the fiend is amount to suicide. Even attacks from afar have been all but futile. Phronesis simply summons the hollows to consume every incoming arrow. With every conceivable means of attack foiled, even the most savvy bounty hunters have all but thrown up their hands, even though the bounty now stands at some time, at some 9 or 10-fold the original amount. I'm not a different mind, however. The way I see it, if there's a way to neutralize the hollows, we stand more chance against Phronesis himself. That's why I require your services. Your easy triumph over the Sin Eater spoke clearly. You're a mage of no common skill. If anyone has the arcane knowledge and aptitude to help me figure out a way to defend against the hollows, it's you. Don't worry, I fully intend to shoulder my share of the burden, and so I plan to gather all the information we need before asking you to put yourself in harm's way. And with that, I best get to work. Once I formulated a proper plan of attack, we'll talk again. Until then, I suggest you continue to keep honing your casting skills. The battle that awaits you, or awaits us, will not be an easy one. Da 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 da. Okay. Let's see what you have to tell me. Ah, there you are. And your timing couldn't be better. As luck would have it, a little bird told me that Phoenix was sighted in the vicinity not long ago. Don't you worry, I have no intention of rushing in like a fool. My plan is to shadow the Sin Eater from afar, that we might observe the hollows with our own eyes and formulate a suitable plan of attack. To that end, I procured this mannequin here from a merchant acquaintance of mine at Crucerium. By settling in on Phoenix's trail, I mean to gauge just how wide of a berth we must keep from the fiend so as not to be sucked up into the void. Shed no tears for little fellow, friend. His sacrifice will be a key to our success, and yet, as you can see, he's not quite in the best state of repair. Perry lend me a hand in procuring what we need to get him back on his feet. Ah, you're alive there, friend. I just spotted an nice-looking sandkin, Sibylle, lurking around to the east of here, and I do believe one of the attendants should serve well to put some spring back in the little fellow's step. Snag one for me. I'll see to the repairs. Track down a sandkin Sibyllis in the fields of amber and procure its tendon. Okay. Right, same thing as before. Not this time. Foul. Then despair. There we go. Nice. Right, Serig, I got you what we need. And look, finding an attendant, for my part, I've acquired something that should serve as a makeshift gear. Cost me an armor leg, but hey, if it helps us claim that bounty in the end, it'll be more than worth it. Here we go. How's that? Perfect, yes. I reckon this is durable and elastic enough to replace the mannequin's snapped drive belt. I'll fetch my toolbox and get started straight away. In the meantime, why don't you scout a suitable lookout point? Phoenix was sighted to the southeast of the town. Try and find us a spot on higher ground, out of sight from the main thoroughfare. Can do. I think this works well enough. Oh there, friend. As you can see, our clockwork friend is back in tip-top shape. And since it appears you found the perfect lookout spot, why don't we get to work? I'll kindle a fire. We might be here for a while. Well, I'll be. There's the bastard. Alright, let's have a look. Look closely now, and hold your gaze. You must witness the sheer horror with your own two eyes. No, we mustn't have the mannequin too soon. If Renisha sees it, he may very well blast it to bits before he has a chance to investigate the hollows. Can he do that, though? He's a Sin Eater. Why is he summoning holes into the void? And he's just off. And there he goes. I'll send the mannequin to trail him. Let's sit back and enjoy the show. Oh. Oh. And there he goes. Just like expected. Gone without a trace. Shed no tears for our little friend. Through his sacrifice, we now know just how much distance we must keep from the hollows to avoid being sucked into the void. Now it's our turn. Let's edge a bit closer and see what we can observe. Mind you, take good care not to wander too close, unless you fancy a vacation to a dark, shadowy abyss. It is as if a shadowy whirlwind rages inside, ready to suck anything and everything into the void. I've seen many a horrific sight in my day, but this sends up a shiver up my spine. Let me out. It's so dark in here. Why the pale face, friend? You look like as if you've seen a ghost. A voice, you say, from inside the hollow? But that's impossible. Is anyone out there? Please, help me, get me out of here. Okay. Are you alive? Is it a voice? There's someone out there. If you can hear me, please. You must help me. I can't see a thing. No road, no trees, not even any ether current to follow. Which way do I go? How do I get out of this place? That voice. What in the God's name is it saying? The voice is a boy, you say. Claim he's lost inside. No ether current to follow. Sounds like he's adrift in the flow. Not unlike what happened if the aetheryte to which one was teleporting in was destroyed mid-journey. Wait a minute. What if there were some way you could channel your aether into the void? Might it not allow your etheric form to serve as a beacon of sorts to guide that child back to us? Of course, not that I know how we go about that. You reckon you could do that? I wouldn't even think of asking how. Just do your damnedest. Wicked White, I knew you were no ordinary sinner, but even you still find ways to surprise me. Huh? That's an elf. Where am I? Well, I'll be damned. There was a child inside. Although expedition has left us with more questions than answers, eh? But for now, this boy needs our care. Let's carry him back to Mordsuk and find him a warm bed and some nourishment. There's an elf child in there, huh? An elf child just vibing in the void. Well, he's not Unhulakai. What's his name? Unhulakai from the 13th. Unless he is also a void from the 13th, and we just yoinked one of the denizens from the void all the way over here. I mean, that would be an interesting development. The boy's resting now. He's weak, but not wounded, at least as far as I can tell. Needless to say, his presence raises questions. Are there others trapped on the other side of the hollows? And if so, might they be also returned to our world alive? There is much we must ask him when he awakes. On another subject, this might be an odd question, but have you looked after a child before? What? I mean, give a look at me. Huh. Well, that makes two of us. Bounty hunters like us don't get much opportunity for babysitting. Still, until we can track down the boy's parents, I suppose I have little choice but to look after him myself. I suppose the first order of the day should be to get some food in his belly. He looks terribly pale. Methinks I should go hunting for some meat. No. Perhaps I take him to a physician first. After all, he may be suffering from some ailment inscrutable to the eye, but maybe I should... Damn it all. I knew I wasn't cut out for this. Hey, it's fine. You'll get to it. Hey! There we go! Xenoglossy achieved. Deals unexpected damage with a potency of 660. And Enhanced Foul. Deals unexpected damage, instant recast, and a second polyglot. So let's take a look. Okay. The Inokium bar will fill every 3 seconds while stands maintained. One of your crystals at the bottom of the elemental gauge go pink. You'll be under the effect of Polyglot, which allows the spells Foul or Xenoglossy, acquired at level 80, to be cast, consuming a crystal. Elemental gauge. Yeah, coming under fire. Casting Freeze or Umble. 3 Umble Hearts, consumed each time a fire is spelled. Okay, so we have a third one. Huh? Okay, that's not too bad. So we can utilize, so Foul is our AoE, and Xenoglossy is our single target. Ah, there you are. You'll be happy to know that the boy is awake, and seems to be no worse for the wear, physically speaking at least. There's just one rub, you see. He has no recollection of where he came from, or just how he got swallowed up in the void. In fact of the fact, other than his own name, Tainor, he can't remember much of anything at all. He's a good lad, mind you. Eats my half-starts cooking with a smile and nary word of complaint. And I reckon he's hurting inside, and badly. He must reunite with his parents with all due speed. I suggested he go for a stroll around Mortsuk in the hopes that the sight might help to jog his memories. He can't have wandered far, so why don't you go check up on him? I suppose I could, and I could also, if need be, test out my new spells. A potency of 660. That is no small joke. Yeah, not even Despair, which is my heavy AoEs, or not even Fire 4 has that much killing power. Hey man, how are you doing? You okay? Don't tell me. You're the one who rescued me from the flow, yes? I feel from you the same warmth that reached out to me when I was adrift in the ether. Well, I'll be damned. The boy's a sharp one. And that's not the least of it. The carer who examined him said they could feel great power welling up from within him. Despite his young age, Tainor here seems to possess a remarkable command of the magical arts. Perhaps I do, and yet I cannot say. Try as I might, I can't recall nothing of who I am or where I came from. Only darkness. No need for apologies, boy. You did well to just make it back to us. Speaking of which, can you remember anything at all of what you felt when you were adrift in the void? That I remember, or at least I think I do. I recall a vague sensation of someone passing alongside me. Indeed, I believe this is what roused me from my slumber. If the hollows truly are a gate between worlds, would that mean that someone recently traveled from ours to another? Or from another to ours? But that's not possible. Or is it? Ah ha ha ha! You'd be surprised, Serig! I may have walked the rift once or twice. You know something I don't, friend. Oh, worry not. I won't pry for details. Ah, well. No sense racking our brains over matters beyond comprehension. Let's concentrate on what we can do, namely, find the boy here a home. No doubt his memories will come back in due time. You truly do that? For me? But the two of you already saved my life. I couldn't possibly burden you any further. Ha! It's no burden at all. Besides, if we can figure out who just you are and where you came from, it might lead us to the answers we seek. Now, let's consider the options. One possibility, you're an orphan, all own this world, and also to care look after you. And yet, this seems unlikely, yes. The mystical powers you possess say otherwise. If you are truly skilled in magic, as they say, then it stands to reason that someone trained you in the art. Who this master of yours, and whether you are of their blood, is or simply received the tutelage, this I cannot say, but either way I'm certain they're worried sick about you. If that's truly so, I would like to meet this person too. That settles it then. Let's get on to business. I took the liberty of inquiring about Moistuk in the Crystarium. Unfortunately, there's no reports of missing persons matching Tainor's description, which means you have no choice but to take our search elsewhere. I know of a merchant town whose travels often take him far afield. Let's have a talk with him, see if he's heard any helpful rumors. You know what? Crackpot theory here. Crackpot theory, okay? Right now. My theory is Tainor is Nilebert / Phoenices' either son or tutor or student. Probably son. He got an accident happened. Tainor got sucked into the void. Phoenices in his cardinal virtue state is still walking around opening portals in the void, hoping Tainor could climb back out. I mean, it's a possibility. Rumors of a missing boy, you say? Funny that you ask. It's a long shot, but I reckon, but I overheard something other day that might be of use. Okay. On my way to Morsuk, I stopped over Inn at Journey's Head. There, I met an ailing mage. As Keres told that he'd been ambushed by Sin Eater, separated from his child in battle. Bloody hells, could it be? The Sin Eater that attacked the poor man was Phoenices. That would explain everything. This man you speak of, could he be my father? We must go to him at once. Agreed. I only hope the man is... No, there's no point in presuming the worst. Let's make for the inn, see what the Keres can tell us. Hey, thanks for your help, man. Thanks for your help. Inn at Journey's Head. Oh, while I'm still here, I should probably just... You're speaking! Oh my gosh, Halric, you're talking! My boy, you're fine. You're slowly healing. You're responsive. Oh my gosh, that's so good. I'm proud of you, Halric. I really am. Okay, let's go talk to the guy. Oh there, I hear there's a mage in your care who's lost his boy. Well, I do believe we have him right here. I fear there must be some mistake. The boy in question has already been found, and this is him, right here. What? So it wasn't my dad after all? This boy with you, he too has been separated from his family? Just so. We had heard a man here was looking for a son, and we just hoped. Alas, it seems it wasn't meant to be. But there are many people here, yes? Might I ask around and see if there are any of the others are my family? But of course, yet many people are quite ill, and in many cases considerable pain. It's not a place for a young child to walk around unattended. Indeed it's not. Guess that means either myself or Velix here should accompany him. I'll go with him. The walk might help me, take my mind off things. Not a bad idea. Glad doesn't mind. I reckon Tainor would rather be with someone of his own age. Hey, there we go. Orphans reunited. Oh, well, one orphan found a friend. Take his mind off things. Speaking of which, how's the boy's father holding up? I fear the poor man has already departed on his journey. He is a man no longer. Ah! He got put down. The child insisted upon staying by the father's side until the last. I permitted it out of respect, though. For him, though, part of me regrets the choice. None so young should suffer such horrors. There's some small solace to learn that the last thing he has living relatives who reside at Crystarium. In fact, I was just making preparations to escort him there myself. I see. Reckon we should find someone to look after Trainer as well. Don't get me wrong, friend, and I haven't given a prospect of finding the boy's family, but we have no other leads, and a deadly sin eater is still on the loose. If the lad talks along with us every step of the way, he's far more likely to end up dead or worse than to ever reunite with his family. Here's what I propose. We find someone to watch after Tainor for the time being, get back on a hunt, gather whatever clues we can on his origin along the way. You know what? I'm okay with that. We just gotta make sure he's safe, okay? I don't want the kid rushing in and getting sucked into a hollow. Aye, that goes without saying. Let's have a chap talk with the proprietor of the Wandering Stairs. He's a kindly enough chap and knows damn near everyone in these parts. With any luck, he'll be able to direct us to a willing and able guardian. Look, I don't like this any more than you do, but it's the best we can do for the boy given our circumstances. At any rate, let's find him and share the news. Don't worry, it's my decision and I plan to take responsibility for it. Hey, at least they're decent enough to, talk to the kid. Lord knows there are some more harsher people out in the world who just leave the kid to die. Bad news, friend. It seems the two got into a quarrel of sorts and curled Taylor's up and away. Seems the lad mentioned how he'd come out from one of the hollows. The boy put two and two together and figured he'd been attacked by a sin eater. Then I said, my dad was attacked by a sin eater and he turned to one himself. So I asked, what if you turned to a sin eater too? Taylor's friends were all white, and he kept saying, what do you mean? What do you mean? Over and over again, and I just couldn't take it anymore. Before I knew it, I was just shouting at him. Shut up, shut up. Why are you turning sin eater already? Why did I say such mean and nasty thing? Don't be so hard on yourself, lad. Not both of you have had a rough go of it here these past few days. Nobody could blame either one of you for being a bit on edge. But we must hurry and find Tano before he comes to harm. Let's split up. I'll search the west, you take the east. And be careful out there. Alright, hopefully he's doing okay. Tainor? You're, gonna be okay, yeah? And, oh gosh! Evening, fellas! One more blast. And that, my friends, is the power of the Black Mage. Hey kid, you alright? When I heard the clamor of battle, I feared the worst, but I see you have everything under control. Are you okay, lad? Forgive me. I don't deserve this kindness. I was just so scared. I was worried about what would happen if I never recovered from my memories. Then I started thinking, what if I end up like the boy's father? What if it's already happening to me? That's one matter you need to worry yourself with. The carer who examined you told me as much. You suffered no direct wounds, and you are in no more danger of turning to a senior than Felix or me. Is that so? That's good to hear. But I must apologize to that boy. I should have known better than to badger him about such things, especially after what happened to his father. Funny thing, lad. He was saying the same thing about you, too. You both have good hearts, lad. You've been through more than any man should. There's no need to be ashamed about your feelings. There's still so much I don't understand about this world. Why does no one here know of me? Am I doomed to be alone for the rest of my days? Why must it be this way? If only I could remember something. Anything. I'm sick of not knowing who I am. I'm sick of being alone. You know what, kid? Joke's on you. I can help with that. Now it's your turn, Tainor. Don't be disheartened by your last attempt. Even the greatest of mages have known failure. Your command of magic is equal to my own. If I can succeed, there's no reason why you can't. Free your mind of worry and focus. Thank you, Nilebert. I'll do my best. Okay. New theory. Tainor got sucked into the void. He and Nilebert trained under this, and Nilebert before he became Phronesis. The two were close friends as a child. Accident happens, he got sucked into the void. He did not age in the void. And so, Nilebert opens the hollows because he still feels guilty and wanting to save Tainor by pulling him back out. Let's see if it's true. Wicked White, are you alright, Felix? I remember now. I was standing here on the blighted plains, my head hung low in shame, then Nilebert turned to me with a smile and heartening words. Nilebert, why does the name sound so familiar? I reckon we much discussed, but none of this is going to be taking place. Let's head back to the inn, see if we can get to the bottom of this. Oh. The plot chickens. Tainor, are you alright? I'm so sorry, I shouldn't have said those nasty things. Forgive me for reacting as I did. I'm fine. In fact, I seem to have recovered some of my memories. Really? Oh, that's wonderful! Maybe you won't feel so scared and alone anymore. I'm leaving to go live to Crystarium and my relatives. Promise me you'll come visit. I mean, after you get your memories back and all, of course. It's a promise. Until next time, my friend. I knew you two would get things working out. Now, let's get back to Morsuk. We have more than our share of questions that need answering. Oh yeah, I hardly agree. There's things that I have questions about. Lots and lots of questions. Not all of them good. Okay, not really. Not good, just more, concerning. You know? Like, how is the boy sucked into the void itself and still alive? As I saw it, you fainted all of a sudden. When you came to, a portion of Tano's memories had returned. What in the world happened out there? The power to look into the past, eh? And you're certain what Felix described matched up with your recollection of the past? I don't know how to break it to you, lad, but your friend Albert that was with you that day? He's an ordinary boy. He's none other than the very man who became Phrenesis, one of those goddamn warriors of light. If he's just as a young child in your memories, then that means what you saw took place over 100 years ago. Would it were just a coincidence? Another boy, same name. But no, judging from the formidable command of magic, we can only assume it was him. On the way back, I managed to recall some more about Nilebert and myself. We were taken by a group of mages, a consortium of sorts. They were searching for a means to open a hole to another world, and recruiting young children with high magical aptitude for the task. Nilebert and myself were the two they chose. You can't be serious! And yet that would explain the Sanita's ability to summon those damned hollows. You possess the knowledge and training as Nilebert did. It could also explain why you were able to survive in there all that time. But what I don't understand is, why haven't you aged at all? I cannot say for sure, and yet my memories, they are slowly coming back to me. In time I might be able to help you find a way to close the hollows. You'd be a lifesaver if you did. But don't overburden yourself. You're still recovering after all. In the meantime, don't worry. Felix and I will see that you're safe. I thought Tano was just a victim of the Sanita. To think he was actually friends with the man himself. Back when he was still a man. This can't be simple coincidence. And I'm convinced into it now. The child holds the key to defeating Phrenesis. We must keep him safe and not let him out of our sights. Besides, look at how hard he's trying to recover his memories. I'm not so heartless as to kick the poor lad aside before he's figured matters out. Hey, there we go. Good one. You're a good lad, Serig. But we can't very well rush things. You and I will continue to prepare for the battle ahead while waiting for the rest of Tano's memories to come back to him. That is to say, if it's all right with you, lad? I'm so sorry. I couldn't possibly burden you any further. Look, lad. I know I've only known you a short while, but I tell you you've got a good heart and a good head on your shoulders. I only begin to imagine the horrors you've been through, not to mention the fears and uncertainty you face even now. But I want you to promise me this. No more apologies. You're no burden to us, not in the least. You're a valid member of our band, and as long as you're willing, I want you with us. Isn't that right, Felix? I see. Thank you, Serig. Thank you, Felix. I'll aid you in the quest whichever way I can. Now that's more like it. We're counting on you, lad. Yo! Felix has another child to add to his roster, Pog! Good kid. Hey, you're good. Hey, listen. You're a good lad. You're a good lad. Have all the head pats. So, What's our next goal? Ah, good news, friend. Taynor told me his memories are starting to come back to him. There's only one collection in particular he's eager to discuss with the two of us. Tell us, lad. What is it? As time goes by, memories of my earlier days return to me piece by piece. Nilebert and I were born to members of a great consortium of mages. From earlier years, we were tutored in the magical arts by some of the realm's greatest scholars. The consortium's leader sought to find a way to open a hole in space and time, a portal to other worlds for which they could summon forth beasts of great power. Nilebert and I were to participate in the research. Summoning great beasts from beyond our world? You're a mage, Felix. Is that even possible? Yeah, it's called summoning a void scent. Yeah, he's speaking about void scent. That's not good. Void scent? Never heard of that, but I'll take it as an answer. Mages come up with the damnest ideas, eh? And yet I don't understand. Why ever would use two young boys in such a dangerous experiment? The beasts our masters sought to summon reside in the planes most distant from our own. Reaching across a great distance requires a tremendous source of innate ethereal power. And so our masters thought about to breed the perfect mage. Okay, eugenics notwithstanding. Mages were arranged to wed the mightiest members of the consortium with one another in hopes that they would bring forth children of therefore unheard of magical aptitude. Finally, this succeeded. And so you were born, and Nilebert. Indeed, from when you would speak, we were taught the complex incantations required to breach the boundaries between worlds. We practiced these spells day after day and night after night for what seemed an eternity. And at long last, we were deemed ready to attempt the summoning. Sadly, the experiment ended in failure. The pull from beyond the rift was too strong to resist, and I was sucked to a hollow of my own creation. There, I remained trapped, alone and adrift in the void, until Felix called me back to this world. Alas, over a century had passed since that fateful day. That's the one thing I still understand. So many years have truly passed, why is it that you have not aged even a whit? I can not say for certain, but I remember the words of one of my teachers. The rift is not unlike a border between countless worlds, a place that exists beyond time and space. If it's true that the rift exists outside of our concept of time, then it's all too possible that even seconds spent in that empty pocket would correspond to months, years, or decades in our world. That you return to just as you were that day, even all over a century has passed for the rest of us. Why did Nilebert save you? It shouldn't have been as simple as opening up another portal into the void where you were trapped. I fear to be close to impossible. Opening the portal and reaching as far as into the rift required all of our energies to be focused in unison. So in losing you, not only did Nilebert lose his friend, he lost his only chance of saving you. Talk about being dealt a rough hand. Fear not. I have good news to share as well. I do believe I've managed to recall the incantations required to summon and manipulate the hollows. Huh? Summoning beasts from beyond the rift is beyond my power, but I might be able to seal up the hollows for nieces to so enjoy summoning. Well, what say you, friends? Shall I give it a try? Oh ho, now that's music to my ears, but let's not be too hasty. After all, the last time you tried to use this magic, there were some complications, to say the least. Yes, we must take necessary precaution before confronting Phronesis in earnest. Let's meet outside the village, where Taynor can test out his magic safe from harm. Okay. So Taynor has found our method to confront the beast. Perfect. I like this. You know what? The kid's not too bad. He's carrying his weight, that's for sure. Hi, Celestial Orion. Glad to see you surviving this fantasy. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I'm currently in Shadowbringers. I think Simon from y'all's cast has already gone past Shadowbringers as well. Did I read some of his VOD? Possibly. Ah, Wicked White, you did it, lad. And it's gone. Sadly, I have not the strength to reach further beyond, nor keep the portal open for more than a few moments. No, I'll need further retrieving before I can face... Okay, that's not good. Phrenesis, where in the hell did that bastard come from? Hi? Oh, that's not good. Damn it all, I'm too close, I can feel it pulling me in. No, Nilebert! These are my friends. You mustn't hurt them. Oh, okay. That's kind of working. Did, he respond? At least he can move it away. And this is where I fight as Nilebert then. Echo time! Oh. Oh! Yo, Dark Nephilim, thank you for following. Okay, and Spawn Frogs, thank you so much for the party of 3. Swamp, I'm not saying that. Swamp Slime Raid, thank you so much. Thank you. And, okay, and there's Coco. And there you are. Okay, well, the whole party's back to here. You're just watching me do, we're back in FF14, and we're doing the magical DPS roll crest. I think Coco may have done this. Actually, wait, I don't think you have. Or have you? I don't know. Sit back and let me do my busted voice acting. Huh, this isn't good. The cave-ins completely seal off tunnel behind us. We have no recourse but to press on without our companions. You heard her. What'll it be? I see you, Silva, lurking behind the corner. I suppose it falls to us to slay the beast and collect the bounty. Perhaps you and your band would care to take the lead. Spare me your japes. You've no intention of giving up your prize. Mind you, I too made a promise to my companions. A promise I mean to keep. I told you splitting up was a bad idea. If Brandon and Brenda Ray were here, the second-rate spellcaster would be of no match for us. Now, Silva, let's not forget who our true foe is here. Lamit, you're certain if we slay this monstrosity, the cave-ins will cease? According to the miners, the beast was first sighted on the same day the tremors began. Its very presence sucking the mountain dry of ether. We dwarves know of these caves as well as we know our own bodies. Trust me. And I suppose we best make work of it before everything comes crashing down. Hey, where do you think you're going? My apologies. I took your ceaseless prattling as an invitation to proceed on my own. Think yourself clever, do you? You've uncommon confidence to think you can fell the beast without aid? Answer me this. Why is it you're so intent on claiming this bounty for your own? The bounty? Why? Indeed. Also, it says that Brandon rather than Brandon for a second. I was like, Turtle Man? No, there's another Brandon here. Though he is as thick as the Turtle Man. At any rate, unless you've a mind to stand around until we all get crushed, we best be moving on, yes? Finally, something we can agree on. And so I have a proposal. Let's say we band together until our battle here is won. The tremors grow stronger. No doubt a cave-in is imminent. Let's vanquish the enemy with our combined strength and quit this place before it becomes our tomb. Till the battle is won. After that, I go my own way. Here we go! Relive Nilebert and Ardbert's initial adventure. In the coming battle, you'll find as Nilebert. Indeed. I actually am gonna hide the HUD, this HUD. Where is it? No. Hang on. HUD layout. I'm going to hide that. There we go. Does that remove the layout? Why can't I remove that? It's so annoying. Hang on. HUD. Okay, I can't. Never mind. That's fine. Nilebert. So what do I have? Ronkin Fire 3. Ronkin Blizzard. Ronkin Thunder. And Ronkin Fire. Ronkin Flare. Okay. Let's get going. It's flare time. Now we're going for attack. Why no AoE? Come on. Nice. So we're the only one stuck in here, eh? I have a bad feeling about this. Right, deal with one and the other. Left one was mine, Silva, you take the feed on the right. Okay. One, two, one, two, and activate Flare to finish him off. What's this? It leads deeper within? Maybe you should have asked for a map. Not that I'd have been much use after all the cave-ins. Oh, that's a Troodon. Okay. Single damage rotation activated. No need for flare. Well, aren't you a big boy? Get up. More damage. That is a potency of 430. That is 460. Okay. There is some use to it after all. Get it up. Charge the fire. Okay. Silva now needs your help. Understood. Okay. Covered. Under protection of an ally. Okay, that's nice. And we're good. Still think you can manage on your own mage? Perhaps. It would have been more than a struggle than I had expected. And there he is. That's him. He's the one who drinks the mind's ether. Alright, let's put this silver-sized bull out the pasture. Silva, Lamit, Nilebert, with me. My magics are yours for now. I'll take the front. Right. 1, 2. 2 more hit. 1, 2, and another flame flare. Side. Slide. Okay. Flare. So goes back to small frying quickly. Leave that to me. Roll. Good work, Artbert. Tanking the ads. Trouble. I got you, fam. I got you. Got you, Outbird. Stand still. One more flare. And that's them gone. That should do it. Oh. Hey! Okay. That's how it works. So they're focused on Silva. Okay. So instead of fighting the, so instead of going AoEs, I should focus on a single AoE rotation and swipe it. Got it. Right, let's do this all over again. All part of the learning process. Thanks for the encouragement, Celestial Orion. Round 2, let's go. Huh? Wait, what? What do you mean you sent me a dono? Huh? Wait, what? Huh? Huh? Hold on, what? I was so concentrated on the fight. What the heck? What the heck? What? Huh? Nani? We've done it! Now, to find ourselves a way out. The tremors continue, but why? The fiend has been vanquished as ether returned to the mountain. You're wrong. No, it was not the creature itself that was causing the earthquakes. Ah, yes. The crystal courses with nigh inconceivable power. A vast wellspring of ether accumulated over the ages. Yes, the beast was hungry creature, drawn here by the stone, as was I. You had no interest in the bounty all along. The stone has been left unchecked for too long. The sheer volume of ether it houses, now so vast and overwhelming, it threatens to bring the entire mountain down. For how many years have I searched for it? This precious relic that could afford me the power needed to save my friend. You mean to take the stone from this place? But then what happened to the mountain? If the ether is not returned to the earth, it's not a matter of time until the mine collapses. The miners and those who live in the foot of the mountain, countless lives will be lost. Nilebert? There's no time! What can we do? Tino, my friend. Damn it all! The tremors have stopped. No! Oh no! Tano, pray forgive me. I promise you this. So long as I walk the earth, I shall never, never give up hope. That stone was yours to do as you pleased, and still you chose the fate of many over your friend. In return for your sacrifice, I would make you an offer. Come with us. Let us join you in your search for a means to save your comrade. Life of an adventurer isn't an easy one, but I dare say you strike me as a sort who just might enjoy it. Okay, I'm gonna go now and enjoy the stream. Thank you so much, Celestial Ryan, and thank you for the donation. Thank you for the 15 pounds. Thank you so much. So, what say you? We travel the realm together and lend our strength to whatever unfortunate souls we encounter along the way. And who knows? Before you know it, we might just stumble on the way to rescue your Tainor. I would like that very much. I swear to the 12 that elf knows something. Tano, forgive me. I may have failed you today, but mark my words. For as long as I walk this land, I will not abandon hope. I will find a way to bring you back to us, but today I find myself in the company of new companions, and for now, I must lend them my strength as they lend theirs to me. Silva knows something. Silver freaking knows something. That knowing smile when Nihilbert got that crystal makes me screech even more. Felix, are you alright? And he's gone. Worry not, Phronesis is long gone. Launched a few arrows in this direction while directed by Taenor's spell, and it just stole away. Anyhow, I'm glad you're awake and on your feet again. Come now. Let's hurry back to Mordsuku before the bastard has a change of heart and comes back for us. So now we have Nihilbert's story of how he joined the Warriors of Light. Albeit a tragic one, I would surmise. Reminds you of a certain Edda Blackthorn. Is that her name? I think it was her name. I think. You really gave us a scare back there, clutching your hard head in pain with a deadly sin eater in plain sight. Let me guess, you had another one of your strange visions, didn't you? Why, take me. So that's how Nihilbert and Ardbert met up. Because it was to show you that in times of crisis, even the bitterest of rivals can turn fast friends. Now let's see if I have this straight. Nihilbert made his life's mission to save Taenor's. Knowing that his own energies wouldn't suffice, he went in search of a relic that would afford him the power needed to reach beyond this world. And deep in his mind that day, he found it. In the end, he decided to sacrifice a stone in his own cause to save the lives of the countless innocents he called the mountain home. And so, he took his first step down the path of a hero, a warrior of light. So that's why he came back to this place, why he still summons the Hollows as he did so many years ago. Aye, there could be no doubting it. Even now that he's become a Sin Eater, bereft of memory, reason, and any sense of his own actions, the ghastly shell that was once Nihilbert still haunts his wasteland, searching for a way to bring back his old friend. I only knew him as a child, and the whole idea of Sin Eaters and Warriors of Light, it was also new to me. Even as the pieces came together, I could not truly believe that Nihilbert and this Phronesis were one and the same. But when I gazes first met, standing out there in the waste, in an instant I knew without question. This was my friend, a friend who had been searching for me all these years. At last, I know what I must do. I must stop Phronesis so that my dear friend may finally find peace. I would do the same, Taenor. Don't believe me? You have my back with you. Okay? Thank you, my friends. In the battle, I was only able to push through Phronesis' Hollow away from Serig, if only for a short distance. With more training, I'm certain I can learn to close them up entirely. After all we've clearly seen from you, I've no reason to doubt you. If you're game, so are we. Finally, some cause for hope, eh? But still, we must exercise caution. The last I some boy with his magic, our foe showed up faster than you can say Phronesis. While this may be simple coincidence, the likelihood is high that the casting of the spell itself summoned this into to us. You best avoid casting any similar incantations until we're prepared for the final confrontation. I want you to stay close for now. Devote yourself to your studies and hone your skills to whatever degree you can in the safety of the village. In the meantime, Felix and I will redouble our training efforts as well. Should we succeed in finding a way to counteract the Hollow, it will come down to our firepower versus our foes. We must be at full strength for the battle, lest we allow victories to slip between our fingers. Quest level 78. Into the training. That look in your eyes, yes. I can see that you've gained much strength since you last met. You'll be pleased to hear that Taenor has managed to take part in his training as well. The boy believes he has read much of the knowledge and skill he possessed before getting sucked into that pocket of time and of space. An admirable feat, considering his own goal he could scarcely remember his own name. And yet there is simply one aspect of his training that yet to be addressed. But simply, the boy lacks experience in battle. To work the necessary magic to seal up the hollows, I must maintain perfect focus and clarity of my mind. If the battle of Phoenix is my first, I fear my concentration will be disrupted all too easily. And so I thought I'd take the boy out into the wilds, and he might acclimate himself to the battlefield and further hone his commandment of magic in the process. And yet we must keep a wild berth on Meringue, where if we encounter Phoenix before we are fully prepared, the results could be disastrous. And so I propose that we go on an excursion of sorts. Would you be willing to accompany us? I believe that the boy could learn much from your example. Excellent. Let's make for Lakeland. The beast and the force of the lost shepherd should provide a fair challenge for the lad. Ooh! Off to Lakeland we go. Force and lost shepherd. So we would have to. How would I be able to get there? Okay, what is the Amaro Keep? What can I do with the Amaro Keep here? Where would that take me? Okay. Let's get to. You know, we'll just we'll travel to Fort Yabin and just fly there. It's a lot more easier and simple. There you are. Ah, there he is. Now, so I got down to, something the matter? How do you like my new clothes, Felix? Not only are they stylish, why, I can just feel the power welling up from deep within me. They're a present from Sarah, isn't he the best? Aww! Look at you! You're a dad now. It was a simple investment, nothing more. Sure, okay. You must seize every possible advantage if we hope to triumph over our foe. But enough chit-chat. We have work to do, Felix. I asked you to set an example for the boy, showing him precisely how you conduct yourself in battle. We can't very much roll toss into the Wolverines all on his own now, can we? So, why don't you all get there and hunt one for us? So you know, watch carefully and let Felix show you how it's done. Find a rabid Wolverine and dispatch it. Let's get going. Let's go. Blizzard 4. Now award to shield the damage. Then unload. 1, 2, 3. One more. And he's gone. That was incredible! The sheer destructive power of your spells, the way you seamlessly weave one incantation into the next, everything. But tell me, what would you say is the most important thing a mage should keep in mind doing battle with a fearsome foe? No. Casting your spells in proper sequence is the key. Ah, but of course. Thank you, Felix. I'll endeavor to put everything I have learned from you into practice. Well, here goes nothing. Where? No, that's not curses. That's easily. Steady now. Let the enemy fluster you. Keep your focus. Right, focus. You're approximately. Oh, that's smarts. Ah, I've seen enough of this. I don't think he made it. Oh. Okay. Okay. How did you do? Oh dear, that didn't go as nearly as well as I'd hoped. Don't get so down on yourself, lad. I shouldn't have jumped the way I did. I dare say you were starting to get the hang of it at the end. I thought it'd be a simple task to follow Felix's lead, but when the cybersecurity stared me down, I was too flustered to put what I learned into practice. Indeed. It is not the strength of your magic that is the issue. You simply must learn to compose yourself. Well, what do you think, Felix? Are there any words of wisdom you might offer me? You just need more practice, honestly. You just need more practice, and you'll get used to it. Thank you. I'm sure you're right. I can't allow any foe to break my concentration like this. Anyhow, let me try once more. This time, we'll go better. I promise you. Good on, Taynor. Get him! Round 2. Yes, the boy will be fine. I must stay my hand. I did it! Battle is won. Now that's how you walled Wolverine. Well done, lad. I'm proud I could be here for your first victory. You're far too kind. I couldn't have done it without you and Felix here to show me the way. You have my thanks. Don't let me stop you now, boy. You must keep battling until all that you've learned becomes second nature. Now, you ready? And so father and son went off, practicing together, training together. That was more difficult than I expected, and yet, thanks to you and Sereg, I can feel like I hold my own in the battlefield now. I have to agree. That way, we made short work of the last critter. I'd say find a more worthy foe. Let's return to Mordsuka and plot our next course of action. It's confrontation time. Time to face down Phrenesis. You've proven the perfect mentor for the boy, Felix. Hells, I dare say old Serek here could learn a thing or two from you. You've shown not only how to wield his spells in battle, but how to maintain his focus in the face of danger. With those fundamentals under his belt, only a matter of time is practice till he's ready to face Phrenesis. I promise you, my friends, I will not let you down. Now, if you'll excuse me, I best go and write down all I've learned today while it's fresh in my memory. Such passion and determination. This must be the boy he always was before his time beyond the rift stole him his memories and his spirit. He devotes himself to his training that he might help us fell Phrenesis and bring us within a measure of salvation. There is no telling what course the battle will take, but I suspect the boy will be forced to confront his past head on. It will not be easy for him, and yet I believe a necessary step for him in order to forge himself a new future. For Taynar's sake, and for the sake of those who call Amarang home, we must triumph in this battle. Not to mention for the sake of your coin per se. At any rate, I will leave you to your training and return on my own. The final confrontation is close at hand, and we must be ready. Espresso con panna, the surprising addition of this sour cream made catch. Ooh, coffee. Alright. Let's do this. Oh wow, that's some good materia. Well, look who's back, and looking more imposing than ever, I might add. You'll be pleased to know that Taino's command of his magics has advanced by leaps and bounds since you left. Says he's finally convinced he can hold his own against Phronesis. Truth be told, I worry about the boy. As devoted as he is to winning, I can't help but notice a sad, uneasy look in his eyes from time to time. He insists it's nothing, of course, but I remain unconvinced. As a fellow mage, perhaps you could succeed in reaching out to him where I failed. He should be around here somewhere. Go and find him. See if you can offer him a few words of support, won't you? I suppose I shall. I could use that. I could save that for later. Yeah, I should probably save for later. Tainor, my man, my kid. How are you feeling? You nervous? Oh, hello there, Felix. Is there something I can do for you? Sarek was worried about me, you say. That is kind of him. I assure you I'm completely fine. I owe much to the both of you. You brought me back from beyond the rift, took me under your wing, trained me and comforted me to my memories and magic both returned. I'm finally ready to face my old friend in battle, and it's all because of you. And yet there's a fear growing inside me, a fear that threatens to consume me. In my studies, I've learned so much about Sin Eaters. I learned how those who fall to the most powerful Sin Eaters like Phronesis become Sin Eaters themselves, doomed to live out their days in mindless and unholy abominations. If I were to lose my focus in battle, or you or Sarek suffered the same fate as Niall Burt. The only free friends I know in this world. If I lose you, how can I live myself again? The thought, it shakes me to my very core. Listen, you're gonna be fine. If you waver, we'll be there for you, okay? Okay? Don't think about that. You're right. I mustn't forget that I have two strong friends by my side to help me shoulder the burden. Thank you, friend. The task is a daunting one, but I will trust in myself and in the strong and gentle friends who stand by my side. There we go. That's a good lad. Nothing would make me happier than to help Nalbert find peace, but that's not the only reason I fight this battle. I must repay you and Sarek for all you've given me. Not only did the two of you bring me back to this world, you have instilled me with a newfound sense of purpose. And yet, when the battle is done, you will leave this place. You will embark on new adventures, new companions. And we're not. I'll not hold you back or stand in your way. That's another reason I must fight this battle. I must prove to you, all three of my friends, that I'm strong enough to get by on my own. Be strong, Tainer. You can do this. Sorry, perhaps a little carried away there. In any event, we should go tell Sarek I'm ready. And so it begins. A tearful reunion. Fitting, in all due honesty. You're finally back, I see. I was starting to get worried. I trust it means you're ready to do battle with Phronesis? I am. Split into his light mirror and set Nilbert and the people of this land free. That's the spirit. Alright. The plan to lure Phronesis to us by the same method as last time. We'll venture to the central hills of Amber, safe distance away, and Tainer will summon a hollow. It should be only a matter of time before our quarry arrives. I believe our chances are best if we can lure Phronesis to a wide open space, where we have complete freedom to maneuver. The hills of Amber should suffice. If you're ready, let's away at once. And it's time. Let's go. Oh, we're going near Twine. Okay. Bit surprised, but okay. Excuse you. way. Alright. Here we go. I'm ready. Let's begin. Here we go, baby. No going back. Hollow is out. And up. Over there. It's him. Hello, Phrenesis. Yes, I knew you'd come. Well, I guess you won't be needing this anymore. Oh! Nice one, Taynor! Give it up now, Bert. My spells are more than a match for your own. These are my friends, and I'll not let you take them. Do you hear me now, Bert? Your long nightmare and ours shall end this day. Here we go. Hold nothing back, fellas. Sorry about that. Okay, thanks. Sorry about that. Okay, before we go any further, I'm gonna take a look. What the heck happened with the audio? And why it just went bleh. 1 second. Okay, it just seems to be an issue with the area that we're in. So I'm just gonna mute for it now, but we'll continue the rest of the conversation. So, now, Albert, what have you got to say for yourself? Forgive me, Thanos. Far and wide did I travel with my companions, all the while searching for a way, any way at all, to bring you back to this world. And yet in the end, it was all in vain. Though I treasured the adventures I had with Arbet and the others, my choice that fateful day forever haunted me. What if I'd run off with the stone and used his powers to rescue you as I always intended? What adventures might we have started? I'd sunk into the depths of despair and find myself a wretch for doing so. For by what right do I pity myself? It was I who consigned you to a far more cruel and tragic a fate. Whatever pain, whatever loss I knew is nothing compared to what you suffered, what you still suffer. Abandoned by your only friend, cast adrift in a cold, dark void until the end of time. Yes, it is no doubt you are still out there beyond the rift, cursing my name to this very day. That's not true, Nilebert. I'm right here. And yet, even if you despise me of every fiber of your being, even still I would give anything just to see you one last time. You would curse me, revile me, rain fists and magics down upon me. It would all be worth it just for the chance to say I'm sorry. Nilebert, no! Stop it, Nilebert. Please stop saying those things. Even you have to have your mind, your heart, your very humanity ripped from you. Still after all these years you kept searching for me. How could I ever hate my best friend? Don't you see, old friend? It was VFXIV who brought me back to this world, but it was you who guided him to me. You have suffered long enough, my friend. I can take care of myself now. You need not worry about me no longer, so please, rest peacefully. We did it! We saved him. It's over, at last. You need to explain to me. I know that Nilebert we saw was just a memory, a reflection from the crystal, that my friend truly passed years and years ago, and yet, even if those words will never reach Nilebert, simply saying them aloud gave me a measure of peace. I have no regrets today. But we should be getting back to your town before any more signatures take notice of us, yes? I'll say, after that battle I could use a rest, and reckon VFXIV could as well. Shall we head back to Mordsuk? No idea why suddenly, add stream lag. Today I'll have to look into that, but at least it's not crippling enough that we couldn't, enjoy the fight nonetheless. Well, it isn't the man of the hour. I'm happy to report that the tales of our triumph are already spreading across the town like wildfire. Word has it the merchants are here so grateful they intend to stream the bounty with a generous personal reward. My friends, I have no words to express my gratitude. Thanks to you, Nilebert has found peace, and I can finally close the book on this chapter of my past. Every day I thank the gods for having brought us together. The feeling's mutual, lad. To be honest, I wasn't sure what to expect when you popped out that hole, but it's been a pleasure having you at our side. So, tell me, now that you've made peace with your past, what do you plan to do with your future? You and VFXIV have trained me well, but I'm confident I could hold my own on the battlefield. Perhaps I will travel the land and see if I can use my abilities to help those in need. Oh, if I didn't know any better, I'd think those are the words of someone twice our age. If that's truly your intention, I have something of a plan. First, I'll need VFXIV's permission. It's a thought I had, but what say we give the lion's share of the bounty to Tainor here? I reckon he's more than we do, and besides, we couldn't have won the battle without him. I say that's a perfect idea. I agree with this. I like this plan. I knew you'd feel the same. It's the least we can do to help the boy forge a path in the future for himself. My friends, I could never take advantage of your kindness like that. Think nothing of it. It's not easy for a boy of your age to make his way into the world, and it's the least we can do. Think of it as a parting gift from your brothers in arms. Thank you, Sarek, thank you. As long as I live, I will remember this. Finally, I have one last proposal for you if you're keen to hear it. This bounty hunter I know. He knows one with a bow, but he's always thought he could take on bigger marks if he has a skilled mage at his hand. If you're looking for a partner, that is. Sarek, you could not possibly meet... Of course I'm saying it. So, what will it be? Yes, 1,000 times yes, why nothing would make me happier. And I suppose that settles it. Welcome aboard, lad. I got a feeling that this is only the beginning of a rewarding relationship.
On that note, I do believe my new partner and I are off the Crystarium to find ourselves a new mark. If it's nothing much to ask, why don't you join us there? I still owe you your share of the bounty, and I reckon it'll be a good place to say our proper farewells. Yo! Sarek's adopted a child. Pog! This is a good moment. He did it! The man did it. He has a child. And he made a friend along the way. I'm so happy for both Sarek and Taynor. Welcome to my world, buddy. And let's get going. Da 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 da. Ah, Felix, you could join us. Taylor and I arrived for a short while ourselves. The boy's keen on starting his new life as a bounty hunter, to say the least. He's got no enough questions, that one. There's only so much I can teach him. The rest we have to learn from experience, and so I intend to do what I can do to show him the world and keep him safe. So don't worry about us. Between my bow and his magics, I reckon we'll be able to hold our own down there. That said, should we ever find ourselves on of a particularly nasty foe, I hope you'd not be adverse to lending us your strength once more. Yeah, somehow I have a feeling it won't take another 100 years for our paths to cross again. Until then, my friend, stay sheltered in the shade. Yo! Alright, fellas, that's it for today. We have done it. The second cardinal virtue put to rest. And our journey as a magical DPS here is temporarily ended for now. Now, thank you so much for joining as well for the streams. Next time we join, it'll be the same thing again, except our next cardinal virtue that we're on the hunt for will be the healer, as none other than your truly and well-worthy sage himself. But I thank you all for watching. Apologies for the audio. I'm still trying to get used to things and what's probably still going on. And I hope you all have a good rest of the day. VODs and socials are in the links down below, and feel free to check them out yourself. Thank you so much to, Thank you so much to Marshmallow and Coco, Spawnrock for the raid, and Celestial Ryan for the amazing dono and just cheering me on. We will get there, and we will save them one step at a time. So, that'll be all for today. Just an Assassin, signing out for now. Have a good one, everybody, and take care.